Welcome one and all to the Weird Rap Chaotic Shitshow, episode 3. Joining us today, we have Weird Rap royalty, Nosaj of New Kingdom, and Acid is Groovy, Kill the Pigs, forthcoming project, which sounds excellent. I've been privy to hearing some previews of this album.
Oh, you like it? I'm glad
it's
you
fucking
enjoyed
great.
it.
It's
really
out of control.
Yeah.
Awesome. A lot of
Hank is
stretching.
an instant classic.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Oh man, don't make me blush.
And we got Beverly, fresh, wonderful weird rapper. You people probably know who he is. Weird rap regular. And we got fresh blood, Jouquin Fox. Also a wonderful weird rapper. Out of where are you again? Kansas?
I'm from Kansas. I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's start it off with our mascot. Our mascot, Robert the Shitty Robot. Hello, Robert.
Hello, you fucking weirdos.
I love your new haircut. It's really working for you, Robert.
I don't care. Haircuts are for stupid, vain, you humans.
All right, if you say so. But you think you can tell us today's secret word, Robert?
Yes, master. Beep, bop, boop, beep, click, clack, click. Now please leave me alone.
All right. Thank you, Robert. All right, today's secret word is A.
Hey.
You all know what to do every time you hear the secret word? You scream real loud. Let's try it out. Say
Ah!
You didn't even say anything.
He said
Did you say A?
He said ah.
I mean, if we're gonna just scream every time we hear the vowel,
that's what I thought it was.
that's gonna be unmanageable. Beverly, tell us what's the first letter of the alphabet?
Hey.
Ah! Anyways, yeah, we did a terrible job last time of calling out the secret word, which was the. So let's try to be more on the ball about it this time. Now, the theme for today's show is guilty rap pleasures. These are songs that we think are corny or bad, but we still like them. And Nosaj was bringing up before we began recording the fact that a guilty rap pleasure does not necessarily mean corny. You could be guilty for liking things for different reasons, right? So, Nosaj,
right.
Tell us about your. We're gonna take turns, I guess. We'll go like one song at a time. You know, what's your first track, and why is it a guilty pleasure?
Okay, I have so many, but Master P, Ghetto D, Ghetto Dope.
Why are you guilty about this?
Definitely, yes. This is so. First of all, just on my moral compass. I mean, this song is basically instructional on how to cook crack, right? I mean, it is, right? I mean, it is basically like a dummy's guide to cooking crack. Like, they teach you literally step by step. And it also teaches you, you also need to have a firearm, right? So this goes against all my moral compass, totally like fucking turned on me, left the building, turned its fucking eye on me. Every time I hear this song, I go crazy. I DJ this song and I'll play like Captain Beefheart after this song. I love this song because I just think it's, it's so over the top and unapologetic and so creative, but yet if you really just listen to what they're saying, it's so fucked up. It's so beyond fucked up because it's not like the Ice Cube shit where like I'm a reporter in the hood type of shit. No, this is what I do. And this is how I fuck up a community, right? But it sounds so fucking good. So, I mean, I love this song. And I'm a big Master P fan. I've always been a big Master P fan. I think he's super punk rock. And I think he's just fucking crazy. So yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. Ghetto Dope.
Yeah, I don't recall hearing this song. So Beverly, will you? Beverly's gonna be our resident VJ today.
Oh shit! Watch what beat comes on. Watch what beat they use.
Play us a bit of this.
Come on! They got the boiling water. This is theater. This is performance art.
This how we would make it. For all you players, hustlers, brawlers, and even you smoke.
Make crack like this.
Ghetto Dope. No Limit Records. Part of the Tobacco and Fire
make crack like
and Freedom of Speech
Oh
Committee.
I'm getting chills.
Make crack like this. Make crack like this.
What?
Make crack.
Like, if that my grandmother walked into the room like, ah!
Let me give a shout out to the D-boys, drug dealers, neighborhood dope man. I mean real niggas that'll make $1 out of 15 cents. Ain't got a job but a ride and pay the rent. Professional crack slinger, I serve fiends. I once went to jail for having rocks up in my jeans, but nowadays I be too smart for the tags. See, murder be known for keeping rocks up in a steel bag. Waiting on them kilos at 8, I'm straight, you dig. What you need 10 ain't no fucking order too big. And making crack like this is the song. You won't be getting your money if your shit be cooked wrong. Overcook your dope.
It's crazy that they use the Rakim beat too.
Ah, so
It's
beautiful.
just like it also goes against
It
everything
goes
he's
against
about.
everything I believe in. It goes against everything I believe in. It's just like I'm like a fucking a vegetarian working in a fucking meat shop. This shit, like this shit is ridiculous. I love it so much. There's no way I can hear this in here. I'd be on my deathbed. They play the show and be like, oh shit! I'm like, shit. It just goes to show. I mean, art is an incredible thing. It's incredible. This is just to me. I mean, the way they put this together was just. I just totally, I respect like when the process of putting something like that together and to make it sound so authentic because it is real to your life, but it's so wrong. That song should never have been made, but it was.
I'd love to know how Eric B and Rakim regard this. If they feel like complimented, by giving tribute to their song, or if they feel like it.
They're just like, pay me.
Yeah.
or they're just like, what did that sample? They didn't make, they sampled that, right? So
yeah, it's just like a reference, I guess,
Yeah. Yeah, but very interesting song. So yeah, that's mine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty deep one. I think like when it makes you question your own ethics, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think like some horror movies do that too, like pretty sick, and you're like, what is the motivation to make me watch it?
Snuff films.
Yeah.
What year did that
snuff film
come
makes
out?
you feel that way? Oh wow. I want to say 99, 98, maybe 2000.
Yeah, it was at least no later than the early aughts, I think. But yeah, I mean
97 on YouTube. I don't know if that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, since then there's been a lot of how to make crack or and how to drug deal songs. But I think maybe at the time this was kind of innovative. Is like it was
right. Yeah,
it wasn't so blatant. Like
I mean, they would, I me, I'm a sucker for the Prince Paul school of like sound effects and shit like that. So I mean, if you're gonna start your song off with the boiling, I mean, yes, you just put me in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like you just turned it into a movie. You just put me in the kitchen with you. Like you're putting me, like you gave a fuck. I'm a sucker for shit like that. So you gotta love it as long as you don't live in that community.
Yeah. I also like that it gets into like craft and process of something that's kind of despicable, So there's like craftsmanship and
right.
it's a
Which
strange mix.
Last thought, I remember once Ola and I, we were studying comedy, and I said the best comedy is when something is so wrong. It's so wrong, and people love it, and that's the best comedy. And this is kind of like that. Like it's just so wrong. It's just like certain things that come out of people's mouths. I'm just like.
Yeah.
Like, what's the Fife line about Siemens furniture? Like certain shit that is so cornball, but you actually said that out of your mouth. Like, And this is one of those like, oh shit, you actually made this song. I love you, but I hate you, but I love you, but I hate you, but I love you.
It reminds me of that the Coolio album we were talking about a little while back, where he explains exactly how to rob a house successfully. You know, it Takes a Thief album. I guess it's the title track.
Yeah,
telling you exactly how to rob a house and get away with it.
Yeah, you know, like, you know what? As long as it's not my house, we're good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, breaching the norms, kind of like releasing the taboo subject. Yeah.
Art.
What you got for us, Zach?
Yeah, I'm gonna I got a good follow up to that. How about some Christian rap to follow up there? Oh shit, I didn't have a key.
Is this Jack Boys? Is that what you were gonna?
Oh no, the Pigeon John.
Oh right. I didn't know Jack Boys was Christian.
John.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What song is it?
It's called Cowboys.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to cue this one up.
What album's it from?
From Clueless. I think it was his first album.
And why are you ashamed of it, or why is it guilty for you?
So yeah, I think first of all, I think Pigeon John, like Jason said, I mean, he likes Master P legitimately. I think Pigeon John's got a lot of skill. I met him a couple times, just like informally. He seems like a super good guy. But I think it was Staple Mouth or Johnny Tsunami back in the day sent me a bootleg of this when it came out, and they were all hyped about it, and I did not see it at first. I thought it was just like super cornball, and it was like, because you'll hear it's like kind of got like a pop, like soft pop sensibility, and that was just like not what was going on in underground hip hop in like 2000. You know, it was like a total descent from anything mainstream sonically and in terms of content. So this was like, you know, kind of aping some of the mainstream sensibilities, and it was also Christian. He's like drug free. So it was not anything I was interested in at the time. But the more I listened to it, it just got to me, and I just really enjoyed it. And it was guilty in terms of that. I dug it. I would play it out, but people were always like, "Why are you listening to this? Like, what is this? Like, there's nothing cool about it." And I converted a couple people, but most of them still just never got down with it.
But the question is, did it convert you?
Yeah, not that deep, not that deep.
At the same time, Pigeon still ripping. Yo, you're looking like a chicken. Head cut off and you're bouncing and slipping. But me, I'm like, what? $5 in the pocket, still good luck. With that, I take out my girl. Show her how not to eat and the world. Let's take a trip out to Watts. Throw up NHP and get shot. Hanging out the window when the cop pulls up and rudely asks what drugs we got. I said, hey, what? I don't smoke weed. I don't drink vodka and I don't need speed. It feels good to be me. O to the G from Hawthorne City. Oh shoot.
Yeah, so definitely like the corny, poppy kind of hooks.
I love that beat.
Yeah. I was saying I wish I was a little bit older.
Oh, Skilo. Yeah, it kind of got a Skilo vibe.
Yeah. One of those dudes. Yeah, that song's kind of good, though. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's solid, but yeah, it's like definitely, especially for the time, it was not the cool move.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's dope, and this album is got some cool stuff on it, and he's got this song "B" at the end. It's a live, like folk song, and he's like screaming, and it's like super positive, but like aggressive at the same time. So yeah, I think he's an interesting guy, but it takes a while for people to, I think, figure out what he's up to.
Yeah, I haven't heard all of Pigeon John's stuff, but he takes risks. Like he does some pretty interesting kind of fusions of rap and other styles of music. And, he's from like Project Blowed. So he's clearly got a lot of pretty good
got
influences.
some chops.
He's highly skilled.
Real quick, the Pigeon John on his Wikipedia, he said he was driving around Inglewood and Jesus pulled up and handed him a dead pigeon and whispered, "Please have a good time. You're really bumming me out."
Jesus.
And then he got back in his car, and then the pigeon came to life, and it flew away. And he said after that, it was pigeon or die. And then that's when he got the name Pigeon John.
Pigeon or die. I love it.
It's an origin story. All right, let's hear from you, Jouquin.
All right.
So this song came out when I was in like middle school. I don't remember much about it, and I haven't heard it for a couple of years, but I remember it's like really catchy. And besides this song, I'm really not that big of a fan of Lil Yachty. It's just like, it's like one of those really radio pop songs from, the 2000s, 2010s. And yeah, it's very heavily auto-tuned, and yeah, it's pretty corny, but it's catchy.
All right, let's check it out.
Lil Yachty usually has great music videos too.
I can't love no bitch, every single hoe is trying. I sip dirty Sprite just to get me through the night, but I need you there. Promise that I need you there. Ain't no other bitch gon' fuck me like you do, I swear. Put that on my gang, I swear. I just can't put you on front end like you wanna know. But baby, you is not no hoe. And I put it on my gang, I'm
the video's great.
Yeah, I really like how he sticks to water themes pretty consistently throughout his videos.
Yeah.
They get quite a bit sillier than this one. Like I think maybe his earlier works were a bit more kind of like him and Eric style.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're worth checking out.
I haven't seen any of his stuff.
Yeah, that's about the only song I know from him. I haven't seen any other things either.
This whole thing, who was bass guy? What's his name?
Lil B.
Did Lil B create like this whole lo-fi demo sounding like?
I think Lil B
did, right?
He was an influence on this wave, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, right. He created like this thing because I mean, I always hear stuff like this. I'm like, this sounds like a demo tape, but that's what he created that, right? Like that was his lo-fi thing, right? Like
I don't know maybe Lil B and I think Soulja Boy might be partially responsible for that too. And like I remember when Lil B and Soulja Boy they hooked up for a little while, and they both of their sounds got even more lo-fi when they collaborated. And I think that's really when it started this wave of just like shitty is great kind of, which set the stage for like SoundCloud rap,
right?
Blown out.
Kind of like garage rock.
Yeah, or like the indie,
kind of equivalent to garage rock. Yeah,
right.
Like
the 4-track home recording,
garage band rock.
Right. Yeah,
because it's like digital lo-fi, right?
Right. Yeah. So like when everybody had when everybody had bands in their garage and shit, and the shit sounded like shit, but it kind of blew.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the hip hop, like bedroom hip hop, kind of like fucking engineer. We're high in this sound, and the vibe is good, and I think that kind of like graduated into like it's about a vibe and not so much about sound quality.
Right.
Has all this money for fucking these big budget records. So, but if the vibe is so strong, you could make this in the trap house bedroom. Closet,
got the attitude, the not giving a fuck too much sort of attitude.
And mantras and the whole like, just like, whatever sticks kind of thing. But yeah, every time I hear shit like that, I'm like, God, I always think of Lil B. When I first heard Lil B, I was like, what the fuck? Is this a demo tape?
Yeah, Jouquin, how does it make you feel when you listen to it? What's guilty about it?
This makes me feel good,
Yeah.
I can like put it on and, drink a little something, smoke a little something, and just vibe out. It's like, and it's catchy, that bum, 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 it gets stuck in your head, at least mine.
Yeah. And it was during your formative years. How old were you when you were into this?
Oh yeah, I was like 13 or 14, I think.
Oh yeah. It hits that nostalgia spot.
Like the "All My Friends Are Dead" song. Like,
What's that one?
I love that's what's his name? All My Friends Are Dead.
Oh,
Lil
that
Uzi Vert. Little Uzi Vert. I fucking love that song because it makes me so fucking happy. Like, yeah, all my friends are in my pocket. They're fucking money. I love that. Like, I just love that you're singing that like you're on the seesaw. like you're like a little kid singing this song about like the money in your pocket. Like, all my friends are dead. They're in my pocket. It's a Benjamin Franklin.
I never understood that metaphor, actually. I thought he was just talking about...
Yeah, it's about fucking money. Like, all my friends are dead. Like,
that's pretty good.
They're in my pocket. Benjamin Franklin, he's my best friend.
Yeah. I like the seesaw thing, but because there is kind of like a playground, like nursery rhyme-ish kind of playful, childish flow.
Yeah.
And yeah. I also didn't know about the visual component. Like, I didn't know like the videos were so corny too. It seems like
that was a huge part of his success, I would say.
It's lighthearted, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, these kids, they're just stoned and shit. Fuck it. They're stoned. It's like, fuck it. It's coming from a Tyler creator, like that shit. Just like, let's get stoned and shoot some shit. Make some shit. Fuck it.
I thought he was straight edge though, isn't he?
Who? Lil Yachty?
Tyler?
Oh, Tyler.
I don't know, but I remember when I first, maybe he is, but the first time I ever saw that, even heard of those kids, they were putting mushrooms and all kind of shit in a blender.
Yeah, remember that
video. Remember that? And then they went out and skating. Yeah, and I was just like, oh my God, these are the children in New Kingdom. Who are these children? I didn't even have to hear the music. I was like, I love these kids. Who are they?
Yeah.
I give a fuck about the music. I was like, I don't give a fuck. It just, yes, go ahead and do you, boo.
Like, I remember seeing that video. I was like, finally,
you got it. Like, I did it. Okay. And they ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, that's awesome. That's awesome.
All right, what should we hit?
Jonah, what's yours?
Well, okay, I'm going to go back a little bit further. To my, formative years, I think I was 14, 13 around this time that Young MC's second album came out, Brainstorm. And he had already he'd fallen from grace by this time, like first album, big hit. And then like, I think part of it was that my timeline might be screwed up, but I think during this time, like MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice rose and fell. And then people were like, this dude's also in that camp, this dude's a sellout as well. Like, and then, like infamously, people were boycotting the Grammys the year that he was nominated. Young MC was nominated for a Grammy, and instead of boycotting along with his peers, he attended the Grammys and was further kind of lambasted for that. So, being a scab or whatever. And so, he had like completely just fallen out of the public eye by the time this album came out. But for whatever reason, I was interested and I got it.
I never knew he had a second album. Okay.
Check it out. Brainstorm is the name of this fucking album. And
he looks so serious.
Yeah, well,
I got that one too.
It is a little bit more mature than the first one. But he's still very much being himself. And what I really like about this album is he's not going hard, like a lot of rappers we've been talking about, how they'll come out like kind of happy and fun on their first album, and then the second album they'll be like, I'm hard now, but he's talking about not doing drugs and like being responsible, and he's really going against the grain. In 1991, I guess it was, so it's before gangster rap really blew up, but still, it's a going against the tide, against the grain still with that. So I respect that. And it's a largely self-produced album, and I think the production is pretty interesting and well done and just different, pretty unique. So let's hear a little bit of this track about abstinence. This is I never knew there was a music video till today, but this is his, I guess it was maybe the one and only single, Keep It In Your Pants, about not having sex.
Here's a jam for those who be sexing. See a girl come up and then you start flexing. Doing what you can for the one night stand. But gee, you gotta see you take your life in your hand. Now it's all well and good that she doesn't ignore you. But did you stop and think who she was with before you? She's fine, so you weren't the first to spot her. And if you do it like Pruitt, you're not the first who got her. Maybe Tom, Dick, Harry, Stephen, Joe, and Barry, John, Paul, George, Ringo, Curly, Moe, and Larry. Did it, got with it, smooth hit it. Steady son like Edison just lit it. But you don't know if that's the case, my friend. And you don't want a doctor on your case again. So you better know for sure about the girl before you take a chance. And for now you better keep it in your pants. You know, you know, you know, you know, bust it.
This breakdown, pretty weird.
Keep it in your pants, you know.
All right, you can stop it. But yeah, I feel like it's almost like almost Beck style, like breakdowns in a lot of these songs. You know, some weird musical elements going on, and yeah, throughout this album, there's really interesting stuff. Like the song "Listen to the Beat of the Music" is really notable. Just a weird song about life, and then there's "Inside My Head," where he talks about the 4 different parts of the brain and how all these thoughts that relate to them, and then "Life in the Fast Lane" and "Use Your Head," both kind of anti-drug like songs about being responsible, but pretty damn catchy songs. At the time, I was like, I knew that this is like uncool. Like I knew, like I was 14 or so, and like my friend is listening to Ghetto Boys, and he's like, that shit's corny, man. You got to listen to this shit instead. And I was like, all right, but I like it. And then one song called "Album Filler," which is a terrible song, and it's literally just a whole song about filling up space on his album. But yeah.
Sounds like an art rap album.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, it's a bad business move. It was a total commercial failure, but
But it was number 18 on the charts in New Zealand.
Oh, well, good for him.
I think it's interesting that he although his "Keep It In Your Pants," like I'm sure from his standpoint, it's almost like if you're talking to your son or some shit like that, right? But like most hip hop, it's so sexist because it's so like putting it on the woman. Well, think about her and how many Tom, Dick, and Harry she's been with, right? And so it's still full of shit like every other hip hop song because it's always putting it on the woman and never on the man. And saying, instead of saying, think about all the women you slept with, and do you want to be spreading who do you want to? You know what I'm saying?
But you only heard the first verse because the second verse.
The second. Okay, all right.
Now, ladies. Now,
ladies, you should told me that.
My story isn't all one-sided because I know many.
There we go. He was ahead of you.
See?
He was ahead of you.
See, because he went to college. He was ready for that. He was like, listen, I got a psych degree, Jay. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it all. Well, good for him.
Good.
Good for him. Good for him.
I wonder what he's up to now.
You know, what is he up to? Come on, where's his reality show in the last 20 years?
Yeah.
I reached out to him like a year ago.
Is he making tiny houses?
I wonder. I would love to interview him and, pick his brain.
Oh, I bet he has the best stories.
If anyone out there, has a hookup to Young MC, I tried emailing his website or whatever, but I didn't get a response. So
I bet he has the best stories.
Yeah. It would be very interesting to hear.
Yeah, he was huge for a little bit.
Should we go ahead, Jason?
What?
I don't know. You were about to say something, I thought.
Oh, I was just thinking he was so big. Didn't he write the Tone Loc song?
Oh, he did.
I heard that. Yeah, is that true? Yeah. I think he may have.
I mean, like he was like, ugh.
Maybe he's still ghostwriting. Who knows?
That check was ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe he did all Lil Yachty stuff.
Yeah, he not did. he did all it. Did he write? I bomb atomically. Socrates philosophies.
Let's think. If Young MC did continue ghostwriting past Tone Loc, what songs would they have been?
He would have did the Ninja Turtles joint,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Definitely did the Ninja Turtles joint.
Turtle power.
The who was the guy? Rico Suave.
Oh yeah,
Gerardo.
Right.
Gerardo. Oh yeah.
I just saw the breakdown of the Chill Rob G joint, and then the Snap record.
Oh right, yeah. Who was
that
talking
was like
about
a whole
that?
thing? Yeah, I saw it. That was like a whole thing, but he could have written that. That was like a whole thing. I had no idea about that when I saw it. I was like, "What?"
Break it down for us, Jason, for anyone who doesn't know.
Chill Rob G had the original "I Got the Power," and then some European DJs remixed it.
Lay it out for people that aren't so old as us. Snap.
Oh yeah,
Snap was a group.
Snap. Okay, but what was Chill? I don't even know what Chill Rob G's the song was called. See if you
I don't either.
You know. But Chill Rob G was a rapper. He had a song that got remixed by some European DJs, and then they found out, like, I guess maybe there was some, I'm probably getting this wrong, but there was some legalities where they were like, well, you know what? Chill Rob G's label was like, y'all can't release this shit. You need to do your own version. So they found this guy who engineered the song, who's also a rapper, and he kind of like shaded Chill Rob G's rap and wrote off the same melody as Chill Rob G, but he had like a Chuck D kind of voice, and he just rapped the song, but it sounds exactly like the Chill Rob G. Some shit, it's like something you got to do a whole podcast on. It's some weird shit.
Oh, okay. I heard a different explanation of it. So they weren't stealing his lyrics?
I don't know. I think they shaded the melody.
Okay.
And then because I think they originally remixed the whole song, and then Chill Rob G's label was like, nah, y'all can't do that. So they had to redo it. And then they went in and had this guy come, Turbo G, who actually was pretty good. He was like Chuck D.
Yeah.
Like, that song is really good. And it's a dope ass song. And but I know that Chill Rob G never got paid like he was supposed to, because that really is his song.
Right.
Yeah.
That song is still fucking good to this day. I mean, that song is no joke. That's like if Chuck D made a pop song.
Yeah. For people that don't know, The Power, look it up by Snap.
I got the power.
Put the back in this thing called rap.
Okay, but Young MC may have did CNC Music Factory. What was the other song?
Oh yeah.
What was the MC's name in CNC Music
Gonna
Factory?
make him sweat.
I'm gonna make you
sweat till you bleed.
Oh my God, I hated that shit. That shit used to come on TV. Oh, I hated that shit. Oh, ugh.
But I liked it. I had the album when it came out. I was an
Of Snap?
No, of CNC Music Factory.
Oh, I just hated when the dude rap. I mean, God bless his heart. He was a cool guy, but I didn't like that.
What was his name? Freedom or something? Or
Freedom, yeah. And he was a dope. I mean, he could rap. It was just, no way.
It was pretty bad. And then they had things that make you go,
Yeah, some things just make you upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why is this making me so upset? I don't even understand. Like, when with Salt and Pepper, What a Man comes on, I love Salt and Pepper, but I think that song is like the worst. I just think it's just so bad. I'm like, you guys are so much better than this, even though it's a huge song. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, these are things that you grow out of as you get older. I was into Salt and Pepper as well when I was a little boy.
I like Salt. I like Push It, but Mike sounds nice.
Let's listen to some.
Now this is okay. I have this on my list, but it's literally for the first verse.
Okay.
Because when I'm DJing, I had to think about like all the songs that I don't listen to, but I DJ. And when I'm DJing, I'm like, wow, I would never listen to this song. But when I know that it's gonna, I know my room. So I know in a certain room it's going to do so well. And then I really get into it when I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even like this song. Oh shit, yes I do.
Well, when you're DJing in New York, doesn't any Jay-Z song make people dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I only play 2 Jay-Z songs. So. I have 2 Jay-Z songs in my entire.
Let's hear it.
This is a catchy
Pimpin',
song.
baby.
I'll admit it.
That's right. Big pimpin', spending cheese.
Okay, stop. Let's just stop it right there. Let's just stop it right there. Stop right there. Okay, now, when this song comes on, we're all like, fuck. Okay, but now let's think about this situation here. I thug them, fuck them, love them, leave them, because I don't fucking need them. Sounds like a person who hates women to me. Like, this sounds like a person who, this is who you want your daughter to bring. I mean, and this, no.
Yeah.
I mean, this first of all, this is a person who has trust issues. This is a person who obviously has been hurt people, right? But also, this is entertainment. I had a friend once say, I never listen to hip hop. I said, why? She said, why would I listen to people talk to me like that or talk to about me like that? Why would I pay for that, right? This is a song that when you play, women go crazy, right? They're the first ones on the dance floor because it's so melodic. But if you listen to what he's saying to you, he's spitting in your face. This is if a man walked up and spit in your face and kicked you in the teeth. Like, that's what he's basically saying here, right? I mean, I fuck you and leave you. Like this is some wrong shit to say to someone, right? Okay, now let's but take him out the hood, keep him looking good, but I don't fucking feed him. What?
Here's a question though, like, if say we replace Jay-Z's lyrics, same music, same flow with Young MC's "Keep It in Your Pants" lyrics, would ladies still dance to it?
It says a lot. It's because I don't hate the player, I hate the game. It says a lot about our country, but it also says a lot about how we talk to our women.
Yeah.
Right?
It's sad for sure.
Right. Because he's saying, I take him out the hood. I don't take him out of Beverly Hills. I don't take him out of a white neighborhood. So this means he's talking to Black women, right? I take him out of the hood, keep him looking hood, but I don't fucking feed him. This is like these movies where we watch where you see the forest first. You see, and next thing you know, there's a woman in a cage underneath your house.
Yeah, it's like torture.
This is a torture shit, right? But it sounds so good. But if you listen to it, to me, I love this song. But it sounds like a person who really does not like women. And also the fact that you said this out loud, and you continue to say this out loud. Al Green, once he converted, refused to do his secular music because he was a different man. If you, 444, whatever these things they put out, are a new man, you would not perform this song anymore. Especially if you have daughters. Because if I walked up to your daughter and said, excuse me, sir, I just want to let you know what I'm going to do to your daughter. I'm a thugger, I'm a fucker, I'm a lover, I'm a leaver. I'm going to take her out the hood, but I ain't going to fucking feed her. I'm going to starve this bitch. We'll be back at noon. You kick this motherfucker in the mouth, right? Let's keep it going.
First time they fuss, I'm breezing. Talk about what's the reason? I'm a pimpin' every sense in the word, mama. Better trust and believe him. In the cup where I keep him. Till I need the word. Till I need to beat it up.
Let's stop for a second. First time they fuss, I'm breezing. First time that they complain about me fucking them, loving them, leaving them, and not needing them, and taking them out the hood and looking good and not feeding them, First time they complain about this shit, I'm leaving. No more food for you. Well, you didn't have any food anyway. Because you're not shit. You're basically saying you're not shit. You're the shit on under my fucking foot, under my shoe. That's what he's saying to women in this song, to black women.
It's interesting too that you point this out now, and I'm like, wow, that is abhorrent. But I've heard this song like 100 times, and it never registered how awful the lyrics really are.
This is right. Talking about what's the reason? I'm a pimp in every sense of the word, bitch. Better trust and believe it. Bitch, why are you complaining about the nothing I'm giving you? You should be happy to be in my fucking atmosphere. And if you're not, bitch, I'm a pimp. Get the fuck on. I mean, it's almost worse than Don't You Want Me, Baby, where he says, you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. So I met you and took you out of this shit and made you somebody, bitch. And if you leave me, we both gonna be sorry. I'm killing. It's almost worse than that shit. But let's keep going.
In the cup where I keep them, till I need a nut, till I need to be the gust in this. Beat, then I'm picking them up, then I play with it, thinking.
In the cup where I keep them. That means that I'm keeping you somewhere on the low until I need to fuck you, till I need a nut. And then I'm fucking your guts. So basically, I'm keeping you in a cage underneath the building until I call you while you're starving ass up and you look good because I put you in some good clothes so you look good when you're around me, and then I'm gonna fuck you and beat your guts. This is exactly what the words are saying to you. There you go.
That's intense.
Okay, stop. Then it's beep beep, then I'm picking them up. Let them play with the dick in the truck. So I keep you in the low in the hood. I come back. You can get in my truck. You can play with my dick in my truck while I drive. You're starving ass, right? Many chicks want to put Jigga's fist in the cuffs. They want to marry Jigga because he's such a great guy, right? And then divorce me and split my bucks because I'm so great to you. But I told you early on that I'm not giving you no money, so I'm not giving you no bucks anyway. But just because you got a good head, just because you suck good dick, I'ma break bread. So you could be living in a shit. I'd never part with my money. Think about what this man is saying. Now, it wouldn't be so bad if we don't have the take them out of the hood part, which means we know who he's specifically speaking to.
Yeah, it reminds me of there's a lot of sexist, violent lyrics, but it's like usually couched in a genre. Like if you think about like Bushwick Bill or Brother Lynch Hung or Two Live Crew, it's a little bit more honest. In like Two Live Crew is maybe more honest in like
the
what
devil
it's about.
lets you know who he is up front. Yeah. He don't hide.
But this this reminds me of like is it like the dark triad personality of like
right?
Like the Harvey Weinstein is like the megalomaniac and psychopathic, and is like all of these bad traits combined to where you can be charismatic and get women, but you have no sympathy or empathy
for anyone's daughter.
Super shysty.
Super shy. It's
I don't know. There's a part of me that like when things are disgusting within a genre like Brother Lynch Hung or Isham, it like I don't know. It's more entertaining or interesting, but like here it seems a little bit. Yeah, it seems like
and creative.
It just capitalist and like sadistic and just kind of cold in a way that it's.
But once again, as hip hop is a mirror to society. It's not Jay-Z. It's a mirror of how powerful men treat women and how powerful men, the way they see women, and especially poor women. It's, what's the movie with the woman with the red dress? I'll pay you money to stay with me all day. Like,
with Julia Roberts.
Yeah, like
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. It's this thing of like, I mean, let's just keep playing it because it gets worse.
Y'all be frontin' me, give my heart to a woman. Not for nothing, never happened. I'll be forever macking. Hardcore assassins. I got no passion, I got no patience, and I hate waiting. Mommy, in here, let's ride.
Yeah, let's stop. And now this is the part where we understand where he's coming from, because you think I'm not gonna part with anything. Y'all be fronting. I give my heart to a woman, not for nothing, that never happened. I'll be forever macking. So we see hurt people. We've seen in the past women, they try to use men, right? So my heart is cold as assassin. I got no passion. I got no patience. I hate waiting. Ho, get your ass in the car and let's ride. Now this man has a daughter, right? I wish her boyfriend would do a cover of this song and bring it home to him. Right?
Yeah.
What would he think? Right? And this song did so well, it crossed over, but it crossed over because of the authenticity of it. So when people say, oh yeah, because when I'm playing it, it's all white people dancing to it. But who is he? She's not talking about the white women in that bar, which is like so many other hip hop classics. They are talking about the black women in their neighborhood. So now that all these songs are these, this is on my bar list in my neighborhood of a white bar list. No black women in this bar. But these songs are built on the backs of black women in a way. And that's but I say that to say, when I play this song, I'm like, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like everybody else. I love the devil. You know what I mean? But it's a fucked up song.
That was a great commentary. And yeah, what makes it more abhorrent, I guess, is that it has, 50 million plays, and at the time it came out, it was just so huge,
But also, there's whack songs, but they're different. It's like if you have like Slick Rick, treat her like a prostitute. Don't treat the girly well.
Right.
It's different. It's different. Like these things are different.
Is it though? I don't know. That one always.
It's not so specific. Like this song is very specific to a time, to a certain woman, to a certain when Rockefeller. Like I could see the women he's talking about. These aren't the women that they were dating. These aren't the women, you know what I'm saying, that were in the VIP. These are women on the outside of the VIP.
Yeah, it seems like other songs could be, not to excuse it, but like guys going off for other guys, or like, it's like an insecurity thing. So you kind of make up for that by like degrading somebody else. But this seems much more precise and calculated, which I think is what Jason's talking about.
There's another layer too, though, that like if he was being truthful that this is how he's living his life, then wouldn't there be a bunch of Me Too's out against him? And if it's not truthful, then making this shit up out of thin air is like pretty weird, right? Or or
yeah. I mean, I think maybe it was a way that he was living at a time, but right. I mean, I just think it all goes back to the Al Green thing. If we say that we are changed men, right, and we have evolved men, right, then these songs that we've created, either they don't get performed anymore, or something has to happen, like the Beastie Boys. They don't perform the first album at all. Remember when they just stopped? They were like, MCA was like, look, we got to stop. That's not who we are anymore. And we don't even get paid off those records, but that's not who we are. So and that's what Al Green did. I went to Al Green's church on an Easter Sunday in Memphis, and he had the band. People come from all over the world on Easter. Band was kids, teenagers. They would go into Love and Happiness, and so everyone who's coming in there thinks he's gonna start singing it. They go into it, and he kind of sings it, then he goes, I don't sing those songs anymore. He's just preaching about love and happiness. And if you go see him perform, he doesn't do those certain songs anymore because this is who he says he is now. So even though I made a living off that shit, and that's who, I cannot with a true heart perform this music because I know it's wrong. And so I'm not going to keep, perpetuating this role because it is wrong. So it's one thing to do it when you're young, but if you keep doing it, when you say you've changed, then you really are full of shit to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're full of shit. It's bullshit because you're still saying the same shit. So it's creating it new for new people, and people are continuously singing these songs about Black women, continuously. So,
I think he was also the model where, like, business acumen superseded like talent or ability. Like, it's just like his success as a businessman is what's held up, and not like his lyrical ability or anything. And it's like his aura, his aboutness of like him becoming so wealthy, and then somehow tied in now like to the art scene. He's kind of appropriated that in to get like cultural cachet. I mean, it's like a really weird.
But also, I think his genius as a songwriter, which is like one of the best songwriters in hip hop, is that even for that song, for the times, he knew how to make a hit for the times.
Yeah.
So once again, I don't hate the player, it's the game. He understands how to make a hit for the times. This is what the times are calling for. So our times are calling for us to speak to women like that if we want to hit. Right? So this is how you create a hit. So this is, you know what I'm saying? So that's how people still DRE. He wrote a hit for the times. That's what that's how they were everyone was speaking about women. So he just took it to another level and created a hit song for it. Because in the other two verses, Bun B, UGK doesn't say the same shit that he's saying. Their shit is completely different than the shit that he's saying. It's all melody. And his shit is basically all melody too. That's what makes him the GOAT. It's because his melody is so dope. But he understands how, the right thing to say at the right moment. So I think that's a lot of it too. So I mean, I don't, but at the same time, it's a great fucking song. It's a song, it's automatic. That shit comes on. We could be in Italy. Let me hear that shit. Oh shit, pick up a bottle immediately. All that, this is a terrible song about Black women goes out the window. Because you're just saying that shit. That make a guilty pleasure. Anyway, so that's it.
That is very interesting.
That's a good one.
I had never thought about it that deeply at all. Let's lighten things up with the Useless Trivia Championship, of which Beverly Fresh is our defending titleist. This is the championship belt, of which Beverly is the rightful owner.
Yeah.
Skinny champion.
And we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. I've queued up a few selections of songs which are kind of guilty pleasures for me. At this point, I'm old enough that I'm not really guilty of any of my musical pleasures, but at certain times in my life, I was a bit ashamed of these. And so your challenge, my three friends, is to guess what song I'm playing by just a short snippet. And Your buzzer is your hand. You raise your hand when you're ready to answer. And
you ready, Kansas? I don't know.
Here is your first selection. I'll be giving you clues if you can't get it on the first. Oh, and I forgot to mention the rules.
Wait.
I forgot to mention the rules. If you get one wrong answer, you're fucking out. You're disqualified. All right. So let me play this again.
Two Live Crew, you want some pussy?
Oh, man. Not at all. Not at all.
No.
Ostrowski.
I want to say it's Rolling with Kid and Play.
I'm going to have to change these rules because you're both out.
I know it.
Joaquin, you're probably too young for this one. This is from 1988. I'm going to give you
Too Big MC.
No. Is it just tell him?
What?
MC Hammer, Too Big MC. No.
Too Big MC?
You know the MC Hammer, Too Big MC song?
I never heard of that song.
All right.
Too Big MC. What album is this from?
No. It's him and this guy called Too Big MC. I don't know what the name is.
I never heard of that. Well, you got the artist right.
You can jump in on the trivia.
MC Hammer is the artist.
You got the artist right. Now, I was going to say you get 1 point for getting the artist right and a second point if you can get the song, but I don't think we're going to get there. I'll give you some clues, though.
I'm on the board.
Anyone is open to answer this question. You're undisqualified, both of you.
Yeah, you got 2 half points. So
we're going to just get rid of that rule so that we can let the challenge go on a little bit longer. All right, so the song title, guess what the song title is? It has something to do with a telephone, or it could. It has something to do with a thing you wear on your finger. It has something to do.
Ring.
All right, 0 points. 0 points for all of you. Ring 'em is the answer.
Ring 'em. Okay.
It was MC Hammer.
I wanted to show you this.
MC Hammer.
This is the
Ring 'em. Okay.
This is the
I
first.
didn't have that one.
No, most people didn't have this tape. This was his first self-release cassette, sold out of the back of his trunk, supposedly.
Okay, but he has a song in there with a guy called Too Big MC. It was called it was a single. It was a video. It was called In the House, or what was it called?
Too Big MC does not ring a bell for me, but I'm sure you're right.
And they're dissing Run DMC.
I'm no MC Hammer specialist. Well, this album this was before his big album, Let's Get It Started.
Mm-hmm.
And then his second album was the huge one, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. But this one was called Feel My Power. And
I think it was Let's Get It Started.
Probably. But this has a lot of the same songs that were on Let's Get It Started. Anyways, I thought maybe this album would be worth something on eBay or something, but nope, it's not that rare. Anyway, let's go on to our second challenge. I guess. All right. Yeah, Jason, you got 1 point. Although I should make it like a half a point.
I got half a point. I think I have a point.
Yeah, you can't take my title off of that, man.
I got a half a point.
And actually, I know that Jason is kind of predisposed to know this answer. So.
Wait a minute. That's pressure.
I'm going decade by decade. That was the 80s.
Pressure.
This is the 90s. Here we go. Sound familiar? I'll give you some clues. The name starts with a P. It's a duo.
PM Dawn.
There you go.
Only because you said I would know what it was. That's the only reason why. Another half a point. That's 1 point.
Shit. Yeah, that's only worth half a point as well.
That's only 1 point. That's 1 point. That's 1 point.
Now, does anyone want to try to guess the song title?
Reality was a friend of mine.
Reality's a friend of mine.
Neither of you raised your goddamn hand, but okay.
I know,
Zach.
I know.
All right, Zach, you got a point. Jason's got
half
a point.
Half a point. That's a point to a point to half a point.
All right. Yeah, Jason, you have 1 point. Zach, you have a half a point.
Point.
I guess that's
I should
about
have
right.
known that.
All right, moving on to the
Feel
next
bad.
decade. Maybe Joaquin
All right.
will be able to.
Joaquin, were you in kindergarten during this?
This is definitely like one of the progenitors of Yachty's style. So here we go.
Soldier Boy, tell him.
You didn't raise your hand, goddammit.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
You're right. You're correct. That is
All right.
that is a song by Soulja Boy.
Mhm.
Now, can anyone name the name of that song?
Oh, I thought it was called Soldier.
It is, yeah, but name the name of the song.
Oh,
Superman?
Ooh.
Superman?
Superman is not the name of a Soulja Boy song.
Watch me. Woo. Ooh. Soldier Boy, tell him. Ooh. Joaquin, come on, man. Ooh.
Oh no. Is it just tell him? I don't know.
Soldier Boy, tell him. Hey, I got this new dance for y'all called the Soldier Boy. You got a punch boy, crank back 3 times from left to right.
Watch me go.
Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soldier Boy?
Crank that Soldier Boy? Is that what it's
yeah,
called?
crank that so yeah, that's okay. You got a half a point.
I used to love that song. It's called Crank That.
Crank That.
In parentheses, Soulja Boy. So Joaquin, you basically got it. You get a half
I'm
point.
on the board. I'm on the board.
All right.
I got 1.5 points.
Zach and Joaquin got a half a point. No, you have 1 point, Jason.
I said Soulja
You
Boy.
had 2 half points.
Oh,
You
wait.
got one.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you did.
You did say Soulja Boy, didn't
I
you?
said Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy.
1.5.
First of all, why did I get so excited?
I
got really
mean,
excited.
technically,
Soulja Boy, tell him.
I think that means you have 2 points to be fair. So,
Soulja Boy.
Damn.
all right, guys, we got 2 more
I'm about
questions.
to take this belt.
That
I'm
means
about to take this belt.
Joaquin or Zach, you got to get both of these.
Yeah. I'm going to let you have it.
Belt.
Everybody's going to be like, I
belt.
want that shirt that the champion's wearing.
With Jason, I think this is going to be a challenge for everyone, this next one.
Okay, let me see.
This is in the teens, and this is a song that I enjoyed. But here we go.
You already know what it is.
All right. This person's first name, it's a 1-word name, starts with an S. It sounds like a Spanish word, but it's not a Spanish word. It's just a word they made up, I think. And they're an African American person. From
where? That sound like from Memphis.
I don't know where they're from, actually. I won't tell you what the song is called, but I'll tell you this person, they were arrested for shooting their cousin this year.
This year?
Yeah, but the song came out in 2015. They were like a one-hit wonder until like 3 years later. They finally put out an album. There's a child rapper. I love this song. I'm going to play a little bit more of it. Maybe it was a pretty big hit, but maybe you never heard it. Let me play a little more.
You already know what it is. Silent talk. Silent talk. Silent talk.
He said
Silento. It's Silento. Watch me, nene.
Watch me
Watch me whip.
Watch me
Watch me, nene.
All right, you get a quarter point for that, Jason.
All right, whatever it takes. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. I'm about to get this belt.
You pretty much technically won, but we're gonna make this next one worth 2 points anyway. Now here we go. Actually, if you get the name, if you get the name of the artist and you get the song title right, you can
3
take
points.
this, Zach or Joaquin.
Okay.
But Joaquin, I'm sorry, you're too young for this. You're not gonna know.
Oh, it's an old one. Okay.
It's from the 80s, and why would you know about this if you weren't
might know it.
alive in the 80s? Because it's not worth knowing unless you were alive back then. I mean, it is worth knowing, actually. I think it's still a good song, actually. All right, get ready. Here we go.
Pressure. Kid and Play.
Oh wow! I didn't think you'd get it off just that first sample. I mean, because that was a sample from
Rolling
something else.
with Kid and Play.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought Zach might get this.
That's what I thought that first one was. It's that the hype.
Well, Jason, congratulations. You are now our titleist.
Champion.
You are the holder of the Weird Rap Championship belt.
Oh man, I need to put that on as a headband.
Now,
man,
you're
I
gonna
hate
have
losing,
to come back.
But if I'm gonna lose to anybody, be all right about that.
You're worthy opponent.
Yeah.
You have to come back and defend your title next time, though, Jason, or else it's fucking lost. I don't know when we're gonna do the next one of these.
That was fun.
But I'll let you know. I'll give you some advance notice.
We should only have Zoom competitions. Don't even
cut out the discussion.
Yeah, the trivia is pretty fun.
Fucking trivia. That's the whole. This is a game show. The whole shit is like an hour-long game show.
I like that.
No, we had some great discussion in this one.
I'm looking forward to the Keith horoscope, I must say.
Oh yeah, you got to listen. It's out. All right.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, so we got Acid Groovy Kill the Pigs is going to be coming out soonish. And then Joaquin, where can people check out your stuff?
Yeah. Tell them.
You could check out my stuff on steadyaudio.bandcamp.com. I'm also part of the Beartooth Collective, so you can go on beartoothcollective.bandcamp.com and check out all our stuff.
Nice.
The next project I'm going to release is probably with Andrew Mbarouk. I've been producing a project for him, so
beautiful.
Weird Rap Friend.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, that's where you can check out Joaquin. Fucking Jason, you can probably Google Nosaj of New Kingdom.
Check me out on everybody's record. In 2020, I was on everybody's record, boy. I'm on like 3 Arm and Hammer joints. We got the High Keach joint.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Dark Old joint. Yeah, we on everybody's joint, man. It's fucking Bodies, Dead Can Rap. Boom, bang.
If you guys want to buy Jason's shirt, check out superiorbelly.org or Superior Belly on Instagram.
Bitch better have my crypto.
I feel like, we were talking about sexism. Should we talk about this shirt? I feel like it's, I don't know, it's kind of offensive to me.
It is. It's completely offensive if you don't have my crypto. You got my crypto. Shout out to King Yule's V8. Yeah, man. New Kingdom.
But Beverly Fresh also, when's your next album going to come out? You're still in the thick of it, right?
We're making an album together.
Yeah, I'm going to do a follow-up to Bed, but it's probably going to be a while. Another solo album. I just started working on it with Dial 81, and then Nosaj from New Kingdom and I are working on a collabo.
Awesome.
That's going to be insane.
And we're working on a song for the Weird Rap joint.
Oh yeah, come on! I'm waiting on your vocals, Jason.
I know. Man, you see all the shit I'm doing. I got you this week, though. I got you this week. I just had to wrap my head around finishing this record, but now I'm
that compilation is going to be another instant classic, I think.
It's not a compilation; it's an album.
Man.
It's not just another compilation.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a updated Beneath the Surface. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's the Weird Rap album. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Maybe we should get you on it too, Joaquin.
I would love to. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
that sounds legendary.
All right, I'm kind of upset no one porn bombed us this time. We had a couple people. One guy made a little cameo doing naked jumping jacks, and another person showed us some live Jasmine footage. But yeah, maybe next time. We'll get some porn.
What's up?
All right.
All right, y'all.
Thank you all for being here, and have a good evening.
Thanks.
Peace. It was nice meeting y'all.